Alright, Skull Nation, thanks for being with me. Hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, like, comment, and share this content. Skull, baby.
All right, what's going on, Skull Nation? Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk some Vikings. You know me, I gotta represent. This is the Edwards. Hey, that's a collector's item. Okay, they don't even make those no more. He went back to his original number 5 or whatever. They're making those jerseys. These ones, I'm holding on to this. I barely wear these, but this is gonna cost a lot of money one day when we win the championship. You know what? This is a Vikings channel, but my Wolves are gonna win. This might be our year. You see how Anna's playing? All right, whatever. One more thing. My Minnesota Vikings defense. This is the first team, right? Within 6 games since 88. Okay? Like how many years is this? That's like almost 40 years. This is the first team within 40 years that has not allowed a touchdown in 6 games. I've been telling y'all all season. Imagine if our offense was just a little bit competent. If JJ figured it out earlier, or if things were clicking, if we didn't have this much injury. A defense that hasn't allowed a touchdown in all right, whatever. McCarthy is not starting, obviously. That kid got me worried, man, because I believe in him. I want to find it. Just makes sense. His age, the youth, financially, the contract, the team we have, and I saw the improvement. I saw it click, but then he's injured again. If it's like little injuries, it's like I guess we can put up with it. But a whole season, a game or two or whatever. And then I guess, is this something you can learn how to avoid injuries, or how to, I don't know, I guess. Because certain players are not injured, and then certain players are injury prone. So it's like, is there a way to avoid injuries, or whatever? I just don't know how this thing is gonna play out. How this quarterback thing is gonna in the off season. Because he's proven he's won some games. Like, he got us on this winning streak. You know, and my thing still stands. I think we're going to win out to finish the season, but there was a little caveat in there with JJ. Now we got Brosmer or Brosmer. I always say his name wrong. I know it's one of the two. Tomato. We got to go play Detroit with Brosmer, like not JJ. The win streak stood if JJ was still the quarterback. Like, I just hope they don't do anything stupid. I don't know how severe the injury is. Is he going to play in that Green Bay game? Are they going to be like, well, he's done for the season? No. This is he's what's the word? He's training for next year. What's the word when you're a student and you're not getting paid for the job? Intern. He's interning for the job. This is the internship. I forget words. Well, you get the idea. So we need every body of work. I need every single second JJ McCarthy can stay on the field. I need him to be on the field this season. I'm sure about him, but the injuries and I want to see him pile wins together. Then I'm gonna feel better about myself. But I still don't want to turn my back on the kid. He's improved tremendously. He's super young. He's mobile. He's got a nice tight spiral. There were a few things he had to work on. And the kid played behind a depleted offensive line. We cannot. And we can't go get another quarterback. We got to pay a lot of money. That means we're not improving in other places. That means we can't go get somebody that we really need. We got a bunch of 1-year contracts at the cornerback position. What are we gonna do at our cornerback? And Murph Jr., our best corner, isn't his contract over with this year, or he got one more year? The cornerback position needs to be addressed. We have oh my God, I can talk about this. That's why y'all got to tune in. I'm telling y'all, this off season, we're going to dive deep. We're going to dive deep. They're going to hear from me. I'm talking about upper management to coaching. They are going to hear from the fans. Come over here. They're going to hear from us. We want our team to win a Super Bowl, so we're going to give it to them. They're going to hear from me. Like, trust me, I'm talking about what we should be spending money on, what type of players are available, what are they doing, what are they not doing with the money and the personnel wise and the coaching staff. I'm talking about everything, because all of this play a role. You can have a great head coach, but then you got a few positions. What if you got a bad quarterback coach, or you got great coaches and a bad front office? Everything has to click. A great front office, great coaching staff, great players, it all has to click to win the championship. It is not easy, and everybody just focus on one player. Anyway, enough ranting. The rant is over. I promise. Rant is over. This is for Detroit. Most likely won't make the playoffs. They're like the last team on the outside looking in. This right here is for respect. Like, I wish Brosmer's good. He kind of put that little last drive together at the last minute of the last game, and we won. But I wanted my quarterback within these last two, because I know we're gonna beat Green Bay. I wanted to make a statement. I wanted the Vikings to make a statement like, we started the year bad. We're a way better team. I've been singing this song all season. We are a way better team than we are. We've proven it the last few games. Let's finish strong. Let's finish strong with our quarterback with this team. Beating Detroit and Green Bay. These are the two, number one and number two team. Green Bay, Detroit started the season with the fact they're supposed to go to the deep in the playoffs. And then Green Bay came out of nowhere as soon as they got Micah Parsons, just winning up. Those two are not even the best team in the division. The Bears came out of nowhere. They went on like a 50-game winning streak or something. Like, what? And I think the Vikings are the best team. Anyway, we have to beat Detroit. Let them send a message to them. That's twice in the season. We should have beat Chicago twice this season too, if it wasn't for that crazy kickoff return. I'm going to keep saying it until I'm blue in the face. And that's Chicago. Everybody's singing their praises, right? We literally had them beat twice. All right, whatever, man. We have to beat the Lions to send a message. This is the same team. That Lions team is the same team. This Vikings team is not the same team that started the year. Like, this. All right, man. Let's get into it, man. Vikings and Lions. We got to smoke these boys. But we're not playing with our starting quarterback. So it might not go as planned. But this team and this defense, no touchdown in 6 games since the 80s. This defense. Man, let's get it.
2025 has been like Christmas at the Griswolds for Skull Nation. It's been a mess. Cousin Eddie popped up out of nowhere. Lights didn't come on exactly when you wanted. Uncle Lewis burned down your tree. But here you are with a chance to kind of beat the odds, still pull off a late bonus, and come out with an above 500 record.
Off the hands of Johnson and picked off, and Byron Murphy.
Do y'all realize we lost 4 games in a row after that Chicago? How do we even have the opportunity to even get back to 500 or over? Like, how? This team was not.
Comes up with the interception, his first.
Vikings host Detroit this week, Green Bay next week. Win both and finish 9-8. Plus, you stick it to the Todd and Margos of your world. Lions only a game ahead of Minnesota. They've lost 3 of their last 4, ending to their latest loss as tragic as Jack's when he.
They messed up when Dan Campbell started calling plays. He called plays one game, and I guess it was successful. So it was like, I'm calling plays now. As soon as he started calling plays, they started going downhill. Like, give the play calling duty back to the offensive coordinator, please. Okay? He's the reason why the Detroit. Like, what are you talking about? The Detroit offense has been high power. The guy have one bad game and you take over, or a couple of bad games and you take over. Well, okay, Mr. Head Coach. It's his fault they're in this position right now.
tried to fill in for Santa.
With the season in the balance, Goff fires. He didn't get across, but there are flags down. Ball ends up in the hands of Goff. He goes across. Did they have a whistle first?
There is no touchdown. OPI on number 14 negates the penalty. There is no replay.
I like these weird scores. It's like, what game was that? It was the Seattle game when Sam Darnold threw a backwards pass. It was a 2-point conversion. Remember that? Everybody saw that. I just did a game review of that. Go check it out. You know what I mean? I'm doing game reviews for all other teams, not just my Vikings, even though this is the love of my life. But, yeah, threw the 2-point conversion, threw the ball backwards, bounced off of a defensive lineman or something like that, rolled into the end zone. Offensive player touches the ball, but everybody thought it was an incomplete pass. Nah, threw it behind. Ended up just the most bizarre play ever. Ended up being a 2-point conversion. I just like those. I'm sorry. Like, look at, like, how is this even possible? Like, how is this even possible? I gotta see that again. And then I'm gonna shut up.
It's a cross. Did they have a whistle first?
There is no touchdown.
She's like, what?
OPI on number 14 negates the penalty. There is no replay. The game is over.
Like Mr. Skellington, Detroit now needs a huge assist from St. Nick. They have to beat Minnesota.
Oh, that's how they lost. That's how they lost.
Then maybe they.
You don't have a pass interference offensively and catch a, like, no, they
walk off into the sunset with Sally off to postseason land. They have to forget the pain of what might have been and just focus on what they are. The Pumpkin Kings, if you will. You have that offense. Jared Goff threw for over 360 yards and 3 TDs in that loss without being picked off.
Lions go to the end zone and caught. What a catch! Tesla.
Goff has put up 100 rate games.
Nothing feels better than spoiling the playoff hopes of another NFC North foe. I really wanted the Packers, but all right, we could give it to Detroit too. Anybody can get it. Detroit, Chicago, Green Bay. Anybody can get it.
4 straight. He's sitting on 32 TDs against 5 INTs for the season. Seems to get as much credit as Sally does, despite how good a character he is. Detroit's offense didn't short out per se, not as potent as normal, but 24 points, which they've put up at minimum 8 of their last 9 games.
Throw, Raymond, 10-5, touchdown Lions on a 4th down play.
But there were issues. Offense.
6 for 15 on 3rd down is like expecting candy in your stocking and finding a foot.
Yeah,
1
Dan
for 4
Campbell.
in the red zone. Their rush attack only producing 15 yards. Jameer
the new
Gibbs
play
7
caller.
rush attempts, 2 yards. I'm not sure I've ever reported a running back as having gone for 0.3 per carry.
Hey, yo, Mr. New Play Caller, what is this? What is this? You have Jameer Gibbs. Let me see. Jameer Gibbs, Bijan Robinson. Those are my favorite running backs in the league right now. You have this dude right here. Only 7 attempts, Mr. New Play Caller. Or y'all gonna go back to biting kneecaps and like, this is crazy. Like, get that man back his play calling duties, sir. 7 attempts, and Jameer Gibbs is your running back.
That sounds rotted and covered in gook.
Back they go, and look at that play by Sawyer.
3 yards
Gibbs needs
per
to
carry?
shed the Mayor of Christmastown mask. Last
an
week he was the
insult.
nervous face as a runner, then happy as could be as a receiver, was targeted a team-high 13 times, caught 10 passes and scored 66 receiving yards.
Over to Gibbs, he's wide open. Easy touchdown. Lions are in.
Gibbs, St. Brown.
I hate my favorite anybody being the NFC North division that's not on the Vikings team. But that dude, that boy Gibbs. St. Brown, too. I like 2 people on their team. St. Brown, the boy Gibbs, and what's their safety? I forgot his name. He got suspended for 1 game. Top 5 safety in the league. Maybe top 3. 3 people on their team I like. Green Bay, I like 2 people. Chicago got like 3 people. I hate the team, but like I can't, like, if the player is nice, he's my favorite kind of player. I can't deny that. That's why I got a bunch of players jersey. Hate their team, love the players. I'm one of those fans. My favorite team is the Vikings. I have other players that I like. That boy on your screen right here, St. Brown, Gibbs, and that's safety. He always wears what you call it on his helmet, his
and Jameson, the lock, stock, and barrel of the offense. Williams went for 70 yards versus Pittsburgh. That's 70-plus yards, 6 out of his last 7. Keeps building on a career year.
Goff got it away before he got hit from behind, and he finds Jameson Williams.
Amon-Ra didn't blow up, but chipped in 54 yards.
Amon-Ra's got a block around the front. Amon-Ra to the 20.
Isaac Tesla scored 52 yards in place of Sam Laporta.
The timing of the throw has to be perfect, and Tesla has to make a great bang-bang catch.
And Khalif Raymond scored 62 yards.
And they go instead to Raymond. Picks up good chunk play down to the 34.
Goff threw 54 times, so inevitable he was going to run into some fog. He did get sacked 3 times.
3rd and 8, low snap. Goff picks it up. In trouble, he's sacked for the safety.
If he throws that often again, he should expect to get bagged a few times this week, too. I mean, you leave the trash out, and Snots is going to eat. Minnesota's pass rush only faced 13 Jackson Dart pass attempts, sacked him 5 times.
On 4th down, looking, Van Ginkel wraps him up, throws him down.
Goff faces a secondary that held Dart to 33 yards passing, 13 net yards after you account for yards lost on sacks, no touchdowns, 1 pick. It's almost like the Giants were trying to...
Van Ginkel is a defensive end / outside linebacker. You usually see him rushing. Instead, he's dropping back in coverage.
Vikings defense held New York to 13 points, 8 below their season average. Should Gibbs get more play this week, he does get a front that gave up 4.7 yards per carry to Tyrone Tracy in their most recent showing. Vikes allowed 71 yards to him and over 40 to Devin Singletary. Also went for over 4 of John.
And it's taken out to the 33-yard line by Singletary.
Still, it was their
Our defense is really good, but I've been noticing it's either one or the other. If they have a great pass defense, that means they gave up some yards, which is what's been going on a lot this season. Or give up some rush yards or whatever. And honestly, I'll accept that. I can't have quarterbacks thrown all over the field on this. I can't accept that. I'd rather a bad run defense than a bad pass defense. We'll adjust to the run, whatever. Like, if they can just sling the ball all over the field, like all on us, it's all bad. It's a wrap.
defense that led them to victory. J.J. McCarthy lost a fumble, got picked off, then got shot out of the sky as he was pretending to be the real deal. Left last week's game hurt. Max Brosmer stepped in. Vikings only cobbled together 16 points, just 160 yards passing combined.
2nd down and 9. Oh, McCarthy on the deflection. It's picked off.
Between the two, they took 4 sacks on just 23 pass attempts.
As Brosmer is taken down, Abdul Carter.
Lions have an Oogie Boogie man that can work with that. Aiden Hutchinson planted Aaron Rodgers twice, has 11.5 QB.
Hey, I left him out. I got 4 players on the Lions. I respect him. I
QBs on his
that boy Aiden go hard. Can't even deny it.
And they got him back at the 22-yard line. And Hutchinson has a second sack in the first half.
Despite his best efforts to cook up Rodgers, Detroit's defense turned out another big, fat, dry, overcooked turkey versus Pittsburgh's offense. 29 points allowed. That's 27 plus given up in 5 straight games.
Toss to Warren. Found a little opening, and away he goes! Jaylen Warren with the touchdown!
266 yards allowed to Rodgers, a touchdown didn't pick him off, and they really struggled with Pittsburgh's backs. 78 yards receiving allowed to Kenneth Gainwell and a score, 143 yards rushing and 2 scores given up to Jaylen Warren.
Throwing it with the running backs.
Already ripped off one long run. He's got another one. No one's going to get to him.
Aaron Jones, one of 2 Vikings who enters off a solid Week 16. He ran for 85 yards at least.
Hands it off. Aaron Jones past Deontay Banks up the sideline for a Vikings first down.
And Justin Jefferson matched him with 85 receiving yards, fewer than 23 yards his previous 3 games. Maybe it was time to empty out the RV again, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah, he gonna get over 1,000.
Brosmer on third.
Even with a bad year, he's gonna get over 1,000 yards. That's how great this dude is. That's how great this dude is. 1,000-yard season is a bad year.
Down, Jefferson,
So
diving
good that
catch
man
along
is,
the
man.
sideline.
Lions Vikings round 1 was back in week 9. McCarthy didn't put up big yards, but he threw 2 touchdowns and ran one in to pull off the upset.
Looking, thinking about running, gonna try for
We
it.
gotta stick with
McCarthy
this kid.
is
We gotta stick with this kid,
touchdown,
man.
Minnesota.
So what are we looking at? The silent majesty of a winter's morn, the clean, chill cool of the holiday air, and a game preview guy in his robe emptying his chemical toilet into your sewer. Hope everyone checks their RVs this holiday season and finds what they're looking for. We went highest scoring game between these two last preview. This time, let's set the DeLorean for 1991 so we can watch Barry Sanders do what Barry Sanders used to do.
Record-setting performance by Barry Sanders.
Barry cuts it back to the right. He's to the 15. Barry.
My favorite running back of all time, Barry Sanders. Everybody got their, this is my favorite of all time. His career was this short. Imagine if Barry would have played, what else we would have seen from Barry. Stop it. Best of all time, I'll argue with anybody. We can argue for however long you want to talk about. The way this man played and moved and ran, and none other. None other. And he's short and little. Playing with giants, none other. Best running back to ever live, Barry Sanders. Stop it.
220 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns was the most ever by a Lions running back.
Barry Sanders. And a draw to Barry, 45-40, breaks through. Barry's gone.
Ran all over.
The Lions played this one from the
We
heart
got the lead on
and
him.
sent a message back to Mike Utley, whose strength helped drive them to a 34-14.
That's 91. This don't count. That's too old. And again we go. I was only wrong. I was only wrong one time this season. Just one single time. They're doing it. This one, nobody picked the Vikings at all. You know, hey, maybe it's there are things in there that made them, because I guess you got to consider the factors. We're not playing without starting quarterback. It's the backup. He's a rookie. The one and only start that he has under his belt was atrocious. It was bad. We couldn't move the ball at all. So maybe that's why they pick like this. You know what I mean? Because you can't pick a team that's on a 3-game losing streak to beat a team that's on a 3-game winning streak. It makes no sense at all. That's what they did here. But I guess if you consider the factors and all of that. But yeah, man, just before I end this thing, I just want to let everybody know, like, this is how football is. Like, you got to listen to the come here. You got to get the sauce. What's going on with the Vikings? What's going on with the NFC North? Should be like, if you didn't know football, if you didn't understand it, or like, this should be a clear indication to you of what's going on and how this game is the greatest game ever. And you got to know the intricate details to understand the game better. See, the Packers wasn't picked to win this division. Not before they got Mike Parsons. It was this Detroit team. Not even the Bears. Not even the Bears. The Bears winning like an 8. They're riding high. They haven't lost in like the last 2 months. But nobody saw that coming. They actually had the worst record in the division. And Caleb just snapped. Like, his light bulb went off this year. Last year he was getting the feel of things. The Caleb this year, and he was getting a little better or whatever. The Caleb this year, superstar mode. It took him one go. I'm telling you, this is what's going on with my quarterback, J.J. McCarthy. It's like y'all don't see it. He's entering. He's got the quarterback whisperer. But my point is, sometimes it's one position. I've stressed this before. It's one position. The Packers became a whole entire different team with Micah Parsons. It's like getting 2 defensive linemen in one. So now they can scheme different. They can play like that game against the Vikings was a perfect example. They didn't need to blitz anybody. They just dropped everybody. and have Michael Parsons along with the other regular defensive linemen play. Maybe they'll send somebody else on a blitz, and it just confused. And then they kind of mixed up their coverage, confused JJ. There was a rush, and there was a bunch of people also sitting back. It confused them. So once you get a player like Mike, you can scheme better. It just changes the whole. It changes the game. It changes the entire game. So the NFC North this year should teach you a lot about football. That one position can change the whole game, especially, and that's why the NFL are paying pass rushers big money, quarterbacks big money, and left tackles big money. Unless you're have proven that you are a superstar. I mean, everybody got to prove themselves, but those are the positions that are being invested in right now. Those are the positions that are being invested in. And a few NFC North teams have made moves or has been affected by those positions. The Packers, Parsons, the Bears, Caleb, Click, and he's still on his rookie contract. Detroit, you're not the powerhouse no more. Everything flipped in one season. The quarterback, it clicked in his head. Packers got a nice pass rusher, and I'm telling you, it already has just the injuries and all of that, and that's why I want to see this kid against the Packers. Once it clicks for my quarterback, Detroit, you're going to be at the very bottom for years to come. You're going to be at the very bottom because you have a quarterback that you have to pay, and then you do have a rookie pass rusher, not a rookie, but he's a great pass rusher, still on his rookie contract. But that is not as important as the quarterback. And whenever you play the Vikings, we have a great left tackle. I think he's out for the year, but we have Christian Darrisaw and Brian O'Neill. I gotta check out O'Neill's contract, but a quarterback that it has clicked for, you can't do anything about that boy. Can't do anything about him. So, yeah, man, this division it should just teach you a lot about the game right now. The most important positions and these teams that has made these moves, that's why they're in the position they're in. And I'm telling you, and you've been seeing that Detroit has just been slowly coming down, and down and down. Anyway, yeah, so they've been just coming down and down and down since those important positions has been addressed by other NFC North. Detroit will end up at the bottom. They got a great Penny Sewell on them. He's all right, but he's been in the league for a while. He's not been in the league for a while. And then, even if you got a great left tackle, or it's all about who will beat who. I think they got Penny Sewell or whatever on that line. But that's the only lineman with a name that, you know what I'm saying? My point is they don't have a great offensive line. They have one pass rusher that we know. They have great receivers and nobody stands out on the Detroit Lions as far as important the most important positions of the game right now. It's not like how back in the day, running backs used to get big numbers, big contracts. It's not like that no more. They're not giving Adrian Peterson and Marshall Faulk contracts out anymore, because you can just the running backs you can have 2, 3, 4 running backs. That is not the expensive position anymore. Are there some running backs getting paid? Yes, but the most expensive positions right now, because it's all about air attacking now, is the quarterback position, the left tackle, pass rushers. Those are the most important positions right now in football. Are there some other positions that get paid big money? Yes, but those ones are the most important. And the Detroit Lions have been slacking lately, and the other NFC North teams has been investing in those important positions. So Detroit's going to be in the last place. Every other team, when young quarterback, young left tackle, young pass rusher. Every other NFC North team except the Detroit Lions. So you understand now why they're at where they're at. And we got more years to come. If the Vikings don't do anything stupid, every quarterback that was drafted in JJ's class is still with their team. That team has invested in all of that. They haven't abandoned their young quarterback. If y'all abandon this young quarterback, we are back to square one. We are back to square one. I can see if the kid hasn't proven, he has proven himself. Anyway, whatever, man. Skol, baby. I'll catch you guys later, man. I'm here to stay. I'm listening. I do this. We're gonna be talking all off season. We're gonna have draft parties. We're gonna evaluate every player. Is he even worth it? Should we have went another direction? Why did we pick this dude? How is he gonna fit into the offense? How? Yeah, you got a GM / head coach / position coach / fan / advisor. I'm like 10 things in one. You're gonna hear everything from all the perspectives. But I'll catch y'all later, man. I just love my team. Love the team. Love the sport. And love my people. Like, we'd be at the bar just talking football all day with like random people my whole life. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a sea of purple. You know, that whole Minnesota Knights thing. You know what I'm saying? We all family. We all, you know what I'm saying? We all bleeding purple. But I'll catch you guys later, man. Let's whoop these boys. I wonder how Brosner gonna do against these Lions. I wish him the best, man. And who knows? What if Brosmer start unlocking? You know what I mean? But I'll catch y'all later. Skol, baby.